Alright, Rogue it is.
They'll never see it coming.
You know, I'm gonna take this Potion Master. It's gonna be good for us. Remember that time we got 3 Potion Master Putricides in a deck? That's up on YouTube somewhere. Let's take the Cutlass. We can always trade it away. Oh, we were gonna go over the picks. These cards stink. I like Cutlass because you can trade it. Any bad card or like underwhelming card with tradable just has extra value, right? And then when you can also, you know, get a discount on another spell, it's even better. I actually think this card's probably a little underrated. In general, though, I feel like 80% of the time you just want to trade it away. And then you also kind of want to be able to recognize when it's better to just cast it and kill a 3/2. And, you know, for 1 mana, you can play a 5-drop and the weapon when you have 6 mana instead of, you know, relying on your dagger or whatever. Kind of look for the times where it lines up with your mana a little bit smoother. I'll take this Knoll. The other cards are bad. Knoll at least has a chance to be a 4 mana 3/5 rush, which is a fine card. And if it's anything cheaper than that, it's good. But if it's a 5 mana 3/5 rush, it's still probably comparable to these. They're that bad. So you can get 8 boars. We could. So again, I don't want all these foul legs. I don't know why I need to get 9 of them offered, but I think the safe pick is Bunker Sergeant. You don't mind having 1 Bunker Sergeant in most decks. I think in this meta, there's actually something to be said for like trying to high roll, especially if you're not playing Mage. Something like Octobot can get you 4 or 5 mana crystals, which can help you come back from going second. Or if you're going first, you can just dump a ton of extra cards earlier in the game. Or you can get like a discounted Ysera, like a really big card you can get out a single turn earlier. It can be very valuable. The problem with this card is when your hand's not full and when your opponent just free kills it in the early game. But I just don't think a lot of games are won just based off of playing like a 2-drop into like a Spider Tank into like a Bunker Sergeant. Eventually your mage opponent's gonna like Arcane Defender you or Fire Sale you or Arcane Overflow you. Like they don't really have to get to 8 or 9 mana to beat you. So if you can go over the top of them early, I think it's a way to win some of those games. Whereas this card prolongs the game and moves you towards your inevitable demise against a lot of the decks. Not to say I wouldn't take it, but it's just not a huge priority. I think Smokescreen's kind of underrated. If your deck, some decks like top out at 4 or 5 mana, you know, or get some really powerful Death Rattles. It's another one of those kind of like high roll synergistic cards. That being said, I'm not a huge fan of it here. It's too early to tell if I really want it. And these cards are probably still both better than Smokescreen. I just think some people treat this card like a card you should never take. But I think in the right spots, it's a card you can take over, you know, a 3 mana 2/4 taunt and a 1 mana 1/1 or whatever. I would take it over those. You can get like the Primordial Elemental that could maybe draw it and then summon an 8. Like there's weird things where it might work. Stranger's okay, but I think you take the first Scientist. It's actually kind of nice on Octobot. You can actually kill something sometimes and trade instead of just wasting the hit. And there's the 3/3 Pirate that can ping the whole board. I think it's kind of insane there. Mount, what's the guy's called? Mount Commander, Ram Commander, is you know, there's something a lot of good ways to use this, and then sometimes you're just, you know, cashing in your Putricide at the very end and killing a Morg or something. Yeah, the second one I think is a lot less valuable than the first, but I think it's still more valuable than a Peon, which is I think the second best card here. Like Peon and Octobot, you really have to get the activations or they're bad cards. But if you get them, I think they're very good cards. Very feast or famine, but I'm totally down to have 2 Plague Scientists. You just don't want to have a hand that's like Cutlass, Scientist, skip your turn. And that will happen some of the time if you get too many effects like this. Alright, so we're breaking down all the picks, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. We're breaking down the picks to try to help people. I think Neralex and Tidehunter, Neptulon, are actually kind of close. Neptulon is a better card if you make it to 10, but sometimes you don't make it to 10. Neralex is very, very good, and it only costs 3 mana. I think the right pick is probably Neralex. honestly. It's just so cheap, and it just gives you guaranteed value, and some of that value is just unfair. Like an Awakens that kills like your opponent's 2, their 3, and their 4, and then you keep your 3, and then you kind of just win the game. But I'm just telling you what goes through my head when I'm picking, and I'm gonna take Pirate Admiral Hook Tusk because I've been freaking begging for one the whole meta in a spot where I could conceivably get the pirate activation. I've never activated it, or maybe I've activated it once and I want to so very badly. So sometimes you take the picks to win, to get the most amount of wins. I don't like playing that way. It gets very boring for me, and I stream a lot. I want to win with Admiral Hook Tusk. I don't want to take Hook Tusk and lose. In my mind right now, this can and will work. And now we play the pirate game, okay? So what we want is the 1-mana 1/3 that summons a 1/1 pirate when you attack. What we want is the 2/5 pirate that draws other pirates when you attack. And then any other card that says pirate. The 4-mana 4/4 that discovers a spell, Swashbuckler, some of the better pirates, Gangplank, Diver, but I'll settle for anything at this point. So we have Maze Guide, which is fine. It can summon a pirate. This is summon, right? So it's not just play. Any pirates you summon. So we're going to take cards that can summon a pirate. Maze Guide's the best card here by far anyway, but, you know, here it goes. Okay, Gangster shit. I think Gangster's overrated. People see the stat line and think it's good. It's really not. Just let your opponent trade with like a 1-drop or an 8-drop. It's just almost never good sometimes, but so infrequently. I think Shopkeep's fine, but I don't want it. You could trade it. Any bad card with tradable is pretty reasonable. I would take it happily over Gangster, but Armor is actually a good card. I think people need to probably tempo it out more often than they do. Just kill a 3/4 rather than, you know, play your own 3/4 that gets bumped and pinged. If you can play a 4-mana 6/6 with Rush, it feels really good, of course, but I think a lot of the time it's right to just tempo it out. I'm really glad that Oil Rig Ambusher isn't a pirate, because I would have taken it. It's a really good card. It's maybe better than Vizier as well. I'm going to take Vizier because it's fun, and maybe we can find a card that summons a pirate somehow. I'm not sure. We currently have 0. We need more. Infiltrator's a bad card. I wouldn't take it here. This is really good, though. 4-mana 4/4. Deal 4 is insane. 4-mana 4/4 that deals 2 is still a pretty strong card, but let's have a little fun. Pirate. Oh, baby. That's one. It's easily the best card here, too. The other cards are pretty bad. I would take Shopkeep over Stockade Guard. The only reason I'd probably ever consider this is if I had a bunch of eggs, and there's not a lot of good eggs in this meta, or if I was a Warlock, maybe, or if I had a bunch of combo, like really good combo cards, maybe, but I wouldn't take it over Burglar ever. All right, Mistake is a pirate. I'm gonna take it. Sorry, choking on a cashew. I think Sentinel's fine. It's probably the second best card here. I think Geist is probably better. It's just cheap. Gives you some value. Sentinel, I think, is a bit overrated. I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've dredged this up, this meta. And even then, a lot of the times, like, your opponent just deadly shots it or turns it into a jellyfish. But if we're ever going to get Admiral Hook Tusk, you got to take all the pirates, because we might only get 8 total ways to, like, activate it. And I don't think Geist is, like, that good. But Mistake normally probably wouldn't be the pick. 5-mana 5/6 taunt ain't bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just fine. I think Geist is better, though. Smooths your curve out and gives you some chance to high roll. I think a lot of the time in this meta, you're looking for the opportunity to high roll if you're not playing Mage in particular, rather than just taking all these kind of like chalk cards that are maybe like a little better consistently, but then you consistently go 3 wins and you never get a chance to go 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 because you don't have any cards that can ever do more than like a generic minion does. Here we're going to take Jackpot. I think Shroud's fine. 3 mana draw 2 is fine. There's not a ton of upside in there. Another Wild Paw would be okay, but the first Wild Paw gets a lot better here with the Jackpot in the deck. So, also it's fun. It's good with Contraband Stash. It's good with Tess. And legitimately, I'm thinking about those things even before I get those cards. One for fun, but two for function. I think they're actually sort of functional to get. Like, I think, again, those are ways to beat mages. Like, you're wondering, like, how does Redbeard always beat the mages and Dreads is always losing to them? Well, it's because he never takes the fun cards or the high roll cards. Dispossessed Soul is fine. The rogue location's not very good. I don't like Legionnaire. I think it's very expensive, and if your hand is empty, it's a pretty dead card. I think Scribe is okay. A 2-mana 3/2 that gives you a mana crystal effectively is actually kind of underrated, I think. It's a sort of card that feels underwhelming to draft and oftentimes feels very important when you play it. We don't have a lot of spells, but we'll get one somewhere, right? So I'll take it here. These aren't pirates. Translocation Instructor, man, I've been absolutely demolished by that card, but it seems to only get cast if I draft a hunter that has Mountain Bear or a priest deck that has a mount. Otherwise, I never see them. And, you know, you kind of like, you have this confirmation bias, you know, like I think that. I probably see it other times, maybe, but I'm pretty sure this meta, it's been cast like 3 times on 2 Mountain Bears and 1 priest mounted minion. And they were like in back-to-back runs, and otherwise you just don't see it. The card's really bad because sometimes you turn their 4/4 into an 8/8, or you turn their 8/8 into a 7/7, and you're still playing a 5-mana 4/4. So I would never take it here. Acolyte of Pain is, it's okay. It's not okay. It's okay if you can get 2 cards out of it. If you can't, which you usually don't, it's really bad. I think Suspect is fine. It's kind of underwhelming. It's another one of those cards that like doesn't feel fun or interesting to draft, and then you play it, and a lot of the times it's kind of a strong card. But in this meta, I feel like it's a lot closer to average than like a premium 4 or anything. Yeah, I would never take Egg. Backstab's fine, but we've kind of talked about it all draft, like getting rewarded on this pick for some of the picks we've made, where these cards are all pretty underwhelming unless your deck can synergize with Contraband Stash, which ours does. We have Hench Clan, we have Potion Master, which can give us cards from other classes. We have Jackpot. It at least does something, whereas giving up an entire card just to deal 2 damage, and then you always wonder, like, why does my mage opponent have 9 cards and I have 0? It's because you take things, sometimes we're forced to, but it's like, because Rogue has to run a backstab sometimes. That's why you don't have any cards. So in this meta, I feel like you're not winning the game with your Rogue deck by turn 4 or 5 or 6. Whereas in the past, you used to be able to play a River Croc, a Spider Tank, then a Yeti, and a backstab, and then you win. Now they just Arcane Overflow your guy, have a guy, put a Tar Creeper down, put an Arcane Defender down before you can get the last 3 points of damage in. And a card like Backstab, I feel like gets a lot worse as a result. They really don't want me to have any pirates. It's kind of a bummer, because I don't know if you know this, but I need them for my Hook Tusk, which could have been a Neptulon. Yeah, for this one, it summons. So if you play it, you summon it, but if you summon it, it counts. So you don't have to play it from your hand. So Trapper is bad, and these are both fine. I like this card when you can high roll. If we had a Neptulon, then I would be much more inclined to take it and try. But you know what's kind of interesting is it summons a copy of a pirate, so I guess we have to take it for that, right? Hippo's a better card, I think, but if we're trying to do the pirate thing, it's an instance to potentially roll another one. But we do have some high roll potential, right? Like a Putricide can be insane. You can be in this like dead position, and then all of a sudden you play Reveler, trade off the board, and then you get like a double deadly shot or something. That could happen, or even like anything, right? Like you just get one combined concoction, and that can swing the game sometimes. It will never work. Oh, it'll work. It'll work. You just have to trust in the process. Here, I mean, Annoyo feels pretty bad. Shadow's fine, and a second Cutlass doesn't feel great. I'm mostly looking at just like continuously trading them. And I guess if you're trying to make a combo deck work, just getting extra draws at finding pirates or contraband plus the tools that enable contraband, then spending mana, free mana to draw is less punishing. I think I'll take it for that reason. We want to pick up a few more spells and a buttload more pirates, but the safe pick is just Duskfallen, right? Those aren't pirates, but Importer's kind of cool. You might get Reconnaissance if you don't get offered one, and that could work with our Contraband. There's got to be a spell that like summons a pirate or something, right? Maybe. Junk here. We'll take a Sentinel. I mean, Sentinel's not junk. The other two cards are junk, but they're not really paying us off for our bold prediction, for our bold play. Well, Spice Bread Baker's unplayable. I see it cast maybe once or twice a month in each meta. Maybe a little more than that. I would never take it almost under any circumstance. It's so understated and the effect isn't very good, even if your hand's full, and sometimes your hand's empty, so I would just never take it. I think Gargoyle's okay, but I think Sentinel's just a better version of Gargoyle anyway. It's cheaper and it has more power, so the Death Rattle is more relevant here, but most of the time both of the Death Rattles are relatively irrelevant. So we'll just take another Sentinel. There's a pirate, and we do have 2 Plague Scientists, so that's a huge pickup. Regardless of the Admiral Hooktusk, that's still just one of the most important cards we can get. The 2/5 that draws pirates and this are probably the most important. This is all just junk. You could take a 1, you could take a 6. I think the Architect's probably the best card here, but none of these are winning you games. You're trying to take a card that costs you the game the least here, and probably that's Architect. Door of Shadows I like. I think it's fun. Getting a second Contraband stash or a second Jackpot for a Contraband stash could be really good. We want Reconnaissance. We want Tooth of Nefarion. We just haven't seen any of those, but 2-drop is kind of irrelevant. We can always dagger, and Sketchy's pretty shit anyway, so. All garbage here, so take a 1-mana garbage, 6-mana garbage. I'll just take the undead. Do I have any undead? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have some undead. Just take it for a combo enabler or whatever. These are just shit. I don't want to spend 3 on a 2/1. We're gonna run another maze guide. We talked about the location earlier. It's just not very good. It was broken and constructed, but it was never really good in Arena. Maze guide will have to summon us a pirate. I don't think... Oh, are those pirates? I was gonna say, I was looking for this card. You almost never see it, but I guess they're pirates, so perfect. Is Owl not okay? No, Owl's really bad. Owl's one of the probably 10 most overrated cards, and maybe one of the 20 worst cards in the meta. The reality is when you cast Owl and it's good, you're still giving up a card, 3 mana, and all you're getting is a 2/1. So you let's say you silence a Mountain Bear, and then you assassinate the Mountain Bear. You're spending 7 mana to kill their Mountain Bear, which is just an even amount of mana spent, and you're giving up 2 cards to their 1 card, and all you're getting out of that is a 2/1. And I think most people would consider that a good Owl, and it's still shit there. So you have to also factor in the times where it does nothing, you have no targets, or it does less than that, and it's even worse than that. Another Jackpot's cool. Alright, I need the 1-mana 1/3 Jolly Roger. That's what I really need. Tooth is good. I guess we got a Contraband deck. 1 Jolly Roger and we can do this. We really can. Those aren't pirates. Well, we dreamt. So what you can do is have a Neptulon, and this deck is much better. We talked about it. It's probably worth a win or maybe 2 if you're really, really lucky. It's probably the difference between 1 and 2 wins. Not total, but if this deck goes 5, maybe the Neptulon deck goes 6. Would probably be my guess, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's kind of how you eke out value on the leaderboard, and you end up higher on how many wins. Oh man, nobody wants to do a will we activate Admiral Hooktusk bet? Because I think we will. There's so much random shit that can happen with this deck. Yeah, sure. I really want a Hooktusk bet. I think we could do it. I think we could. So let's count before we commit. Trust me, though. 1, 2, 3, theoretically. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Putricide. Because you can get cards from another class. You can get a bunch of cool warrior pirates. It could happen. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus we dredge them. How do we dredge them? We just discover a gone fishing. That's 4 right there. I really think we can. Does plunder the enemy mean kill them? No, you'd think so. You can steal cards from their hand or like destroy minions or something. I'm not sure. It's pretty shit. This deck is really good. Well, it's not really good. It's gonna be really fun to play a game or two. Now, I don't know if we'll finish, okay? That draft, you know, took a bit out of me, but I appreciate everybody being here. I saw somebody else did Hero Wars. We got to 80. Remember, the cutoff is 70 for them to give us some money, some extra money, or 140. But 80 is better than 79. 81 is better than 81 is better than 80, and so on. Congrats, thanks, Smalls. Also, good morning. Savory Deviant Delight could have been a pirate. Yeah, but Jackpot can be 16 pirates. Jackpot could legitimately be 16 pirates. Oh no, wait, I can't give you that one. Okay, well, it can probably be 20 pirates somehow. I fly back to Vegas today. I'll get a few tonight. Oh, your friends you made from the from the airport, you mean? Wait. I think that's very noble of you. It can be the Scourge with Undead Pirates. It can be the Scourge with 9 mistakes. So that's 18 pirates right there. You're definitely gonna not you're gonna want to not discount the prospect of that.
You never knew you wanted.
Red, please tell me we can do this bet. Oh, we absolutely can. Some people bet yes. That's a mistake. But everyone should be betting no. It's like you should bet everything you have, every ever-loving channel point you have. Now that being said, I'm gonna do it. And the people that bet yes are gonna be rewarded. I just have a feeling they're gonna be rewarded. 250k on yes. Well, you gotta get really good odds though. Everybody needs to be betting right now. Didn't take the gone fishing? Yeah, that's okay though. I'll give myself approval to not. Betting no, so it helps Fozzie have better odds. Smart. Only 7 pirates in the deck? No, we have way more. You just have to use your imagination. We're gonna do it. It's not fun to not be a believer. Just like it's not fun to pick the Neptulon. True. Look who it is, Red. Xenia. Oh yeah, yeah. That kind-hearted lady. I added 125,000 to yes. Fuck it. Wait, you guys should be getting like 100 to 1 odds on yes. But nobody's betting no. So that's not very good. Yeah, Xenia, she's a nice lady. I don't really know much about her. But yeah, I imagine so. Alright, we can kill a guy. We could summon a guy. We could play a guy. Let's summon a guy. We'll just summon one. It's fine.
Here we go.
I really thought that was going to be a pirate. I really did. Alright, this might be a little harder than I thought. Or it might be easier.
Want it? I got it. My compliments to the ship.
Um, 3, 6, 2. Probably better odds of spending the mana this turn with something like this. What about Spell Shot here? Deal 3 to a random enemy minion. So that would be 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. This is almost always good, right? I realize spells have tribes now. Yeah. There's nature, frost, arcane, fire, fell, shadow. Is that all of them? These odds are much closer than they should be. Are more people betting on yes or no? Okay, more people are betting on no at least. But yeah, well, the odds are going to be close to 0, of course. Close, not 0, but just close. Oh, these are horrible. Horrible. Just despicable.
You got the wrong
Here,
guy.
let's, oh god. Wait, that's not what I wanted.
Here we go. Here we
Oh my
go.
god, that's how I feel drafting this deck without getting my pirates. Alright, soon the poison's gonna come together though. You need a counter to check how many mages you face in a run. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I've not cast this card. Alright, we have a different sort of quality of deck here. That's all. It's a different sort of quality. Did I have an undead die? I didn't, right? I did. Oh. How does this work? He's summoning more pirates than I am. I mean, I can blow up a lot of boards. Take 5. I mean, I can't take 5. Pop with hero power. Go down to 9. So what comes out? I have to hope he low rolls, I think. Getting 9 against the mage, yeah. I think we have to hope he low rolls here.
Too soon. Here we go.
He didn't low roll. What are these scientists? They didn't listen to us.
Out of the oven.
Oh man, we're losing to a spiced bread enjoyer. But what we need is we need him to we're gonna win the brawl. That's the key. We win the brawl. That's the start of our comeback. So okay, 2 pirate stealths. Then we brawl. Perfect. And then we sit, and then we can contraband stash, which will cast a brawl, a clear, a spell shot.
King's on a friend.
How do I heal? If only I had a spiced bread baker. Alright, we'll play the milkshake. Let's do this.
Here we go.
Hook Tusk is getting close. It really is. We got an epic face-off with Fozzie Baby and Valdemir. We're all in on yes versus Silas Positioning, Lyros, Star Josh, and Myth Bear. We're all in on no. Wow, you know what's crazy? Is you don't realize what just happened, but I do, and I'm gonna explain it right now. Is you just, Tasney, single-handedly sealed the doom of all the no-betters. And let me explain why. Because you have just let me know that Lyros specifically has bet on no. Because Lyros will always be the recipient of the biggest screw jobs when it comes to the bets. That much is clear.
Here we go.
These should be pirates also, no? Why did they not have pirates on the... Why do they not have doctors on the ship? You see, everyone followed my lead, Red. We're gonna try to help the yes betters. Who doesn't love receiving a screw job?
More bones to gnaw.
That's an 8 mana 5/4 with Rush. If only this contraband stash didn't destroy my own board. Just need 3 left. Oh. It's funny. We might lose. I don't know. That might have been the best draw in our deck. It's so big. I might be able to kill him this turn. The best doctors are raccoon dogs. True. I don't know what that means, but you're absolutely right. I only drew 1.
You win this. I will be your
I am rooting for red to play an active Hook Tusk. The all-in on no is just a hedge, so that I find happiness no matter what. No way you win this game? Pff, well, all we needed was our hard carry here. How do we win that? Unbelievable. You're the GOAT. Sometimes you gotta meme. Sometimes a dream, sometimes a meme can become a dream. Made an awesome shaman deck in arena and my luck gives me 5 mages in a row. Bye bye. Hey, just do what Redbeard did. Beat him with crap and win a unlikely brawl in your favor to enable the possibility to win. Make sure you're doing that too. That was pretty much the biggest, most important aspect. I need to come to Vegas to meet the GOAT. You should come to Vegas to meet the GOAT. XD is your biggest fan. Yeah, but I think he's a fan of both of us, from what I can tell. Hope you pull the Hook Tusk off. Me too. We just need to use our imagination, remember? We were only 3 away from that one. You guys understand we were only 3 away? We really weren't that far. We just need to we really just need to generate like one spectacular pirate, like somewhere along the line, like from a Putricide, or we need to be able to dredge up the Asharan Vessel or something like that. I watched Xenia play Arena and I love the rage. I've never watched Xenia play Arena. Does she have a VOD? I watch a ton of Dreads. I would much rather watch like a more appealing Rager. Animation sketches. Wow, these are incredible. XD's in there. Wow. What a fan. What a great fan he is.
Welcome to Dog Poop in the Mouth.
Happy anniversary, Jim. P.
Now we
I have things you never knew you want.
Angry bird pillow? That's weird. How strange.
go back to K-pop now.
Wow, these are so good though. I need some emotes. He watched me IRL, but on stream, I'm very chill, although I rarely stream Arena. That's a smart play for sure. Can bump and just play this.
Dysfunctional.
I don't hate that.
Initiating overdrive.
I guess I'm gonna double trade. It's gonna be very hard to get away from a 0 mana 2/2 weapon. I have to spend more mana to get rid of it. The first word she said was K-pop. That's her favorite music. She can I tell you a story? I went to TwitchCon this most recent year, last year, I guess. The most recent one. I went to TwitchCon NA. Hold on a second, let me whip some ass. I do not want him to get that. Hit one. Hit another. I went to TwitchCon and I was walking around and nobody wanted to meet me. It may come as some surprise to you that like, I thought, oh, maybe like people will come up to me. But like almost nobody did. I thought, yeah, maybe this year like, some people might come up to me. And like nobody did. I guess I'm doing this too. And then I got a message from one person, one of our viewers. I actually forget who it was. No offense. And they're like, "Hey, where are you? I want to like, I want to come meet you at the convention center." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm standing right here, like under this big sign or whatever. Like I'm standing under the big sign. How many do I get? 5? I'm trading it now. So I was kind of waiting there, and I was waiting, and then nobody was showing up. So I was just standing there, kind of looking like an idiot. And then this like a couple people kind of like started like kind of approaching me. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're kind of like looking at me, and I'm like, oh, all right, you know, maybe they want to ask for a picture or something. And like this crowd kind of got bigger and bigger, and I was kind of like, okay. And I'm texting the other, I forget who it was. I'm texting one of our viewers, and I'm like, hey, like, you might have to wait in line. You know, there's big crowds forming. They're like, oh my god, I'm trying to get over there as fast as I can. I'm like, okay, you know, no big deal. And now all of a sudden there's probably like 50 people, and I'm like, all right, you know what, enough is enough. And then like a security guard came up to me, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like Twitch is finally, you know, they finally identified that, you know, they should be paying attention to me. And then like this young kid, he was probably like 22, young Korean man came up, and he had like a nice blazer on, and then people were going crazy, and the security guard's like, hey, I'm gonna ask you to step aside, sir, like so-and-so from the K-pop band is here. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. They like ushered me into like another corner, and there were spider webs there. And then the person came up to me finally, like, Redbeard, I'm such a big fan. I'm like, yeah, well, that's good. I don't know who it was, but it was like, he was very handsome, and he had a nice coat on. Anyway, that's my story of TwitchCon. Maybe next year. I really thought, for sure. I really did.
You got the wrong guy, pal.
Apparently you're the only one. That's not what I told them, though. I was like, hey, you know, you're lucky the line just dispersed a bit. You're lucky they were getting through. You know, I told them, you know, only pictures. They couldn't talk to me. It's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the
But you know, I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you hang out as long as you want. You know, don't leave me. You're the goat of storytelling. These are true stories. They're sad. Vivid reflections of a sad reality. Next year, all the Brazilian babes will be there. How many more? Only 8 left? How could there possibly be 8 left still? I must have cast some pirates. My new pet. The fuck just came out of there? Oh my god. Pardon my language.
Those were priceless.
no snitch.
Here we go.
Only 8 left, Red. You forgot the very important word. You're telling me there's literally only 8 left? Also, the art of this card makes it looks very phallic to me. Like it's this like, she's like really like, oh wow, look at this, look at my erect cannon. Every time I look at it, I think about an erect cannon. I don't think that says anything about me. I think it says more about the artist. What's the best arena deck I've ever drafted? I have no idea. Chat probably remembers better than me. But it's probably on YouTube, and it's probably 12-0. Plundering the enemy sounds sexual. It does, right? It does.
The waves of light cleanse the foulest waters.
I just want to cast Hook Tusk, but kill him all the same. Do you think about ding dongs a lot? The hostess snack treat, or the male member? I would say no to either. Some unknown crumbs in my drink. Really don't. What if they're like poisonous? Could have fallen off my beard for all I know. Let's see.
I ain't no
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3.
Those were
Fine.
priceless.
How much? 4. Okay.
Here we go.
Swing. Oh god. I thought I had 10 mana. God damn it. I wanted to cast Hook Tusk. I'm not trying to PM him. I'm looking for ways to get more pirates for the future so that I can plan my future turns out. Don't ruin the card by spoiling one of the 5 perfect 8s on it by summoning what, single pirate? 8 mana, 8/8, and easy to summon 8 pirates, only 8 left. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think hostess snacks are mostly shit. Actually, maybe they're all shit. When I was a kid, my mom would like go to 7-Eleven. I probably was like being a petulant turd. Get me a ding dong. And she used to do it, so I'd eat them when I was a kid sometimes. But like as an adult, I have zero desire to eat a ding dong or anything like that. But Little Debbie is 99% shit. except for the Swiss rolls. Those are really good. Hostess has like an inferior version of the Swiss roll, but Little Debbie. Wow, 4-mana Contraband is actually pretty cool. Little Debbie has a Swiss roll, and those are good. When I worked at Target, you had to wear a name badge. Mine said like Zach or Zachary or whatever it was, you know. But we had name badges engraved for vendors. If a vendor came in, they would have to wear a name badge, but it would say like, you know, their name or whatever like that.
Here we go.
So we had one for like Coke. Coke would come and bring stuff, but we did have one for Little Debbie, and I may have taken it and worn it around work when I worked at Target for a while. It's like, yeah, I'm Little Debbie. What's up? We had one for Bimbo. We had a Bimbo name tag for Bimbo Bakery. Anyway, they used to get mad at me sometimes. What's your average win rate since the mini set? Yours is 7. Mine's
I
10.2,
don't need.
but I've only done 17 runs or so. So just give me a little time, please. It's the second time Maze summoned Ram Commander. If only it had summoned silence a minion and summon a copy of it. I can silence one of my own pirates. Or I can take a 1-mana deal 1,000. Actually, this is kind of bad for my Contraband, which we should factor in. What was the other card? The other one could never be bad, huh? Just summons a minion. My first job out of college was working for a Red Bull distributor, and the receiver at one of my targets hated me because I lost my badge constantly. We should have ended at our target when Jason Butler was there. Everybody loved that guy because he didn't enforce any of the rules, and I was in charge of him. And I used to have to be like, hey, man, you gotta like do something. And he's like, oh, you know, I just don't really want to. I was like, yeah, all right. So we used to sit back there and play mobile games similar to Hero Wars on our phone. I forget what it was. There was like it was like more intricate. I don't know, but we had an auto battle. We used to leave our phones on auto battle, and I used to be like, okay, you can like be shit at your job, but you need to charge my phone. I was like, I'm gonna leave my phone back here on auto battle, and like, we only have one charger. I was like, I get the charger for the next hour, and you won't get fired. He's like, okay, fine. I love that guy. One of the top 5 like guys I ever worked with at Target. Not for like, you know, doing his job. No, of course not. But just for like being a cool dude. He so we used to leave our phones back there, and they'd be charging and whatnot. And then sometimes he would have to like receive people, like, you know, count how much they were bringing in. Like he had stuff he had to do. I barely knew how to do it. And I was supposed to, sometimes I'd go back there and they'd be like, hey, go back with Jason, learn how to do his job. You know, he's not really doing a great job. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back there. I'll keep my eye on him. I wouldn't learn anything. And they'd be like, how's he doing? I'm like, yeah, you know, he's improving, you know. But so he would sometimes have stuff to do.
I can't do that.
Dude, incredibly disrespectful.
Here we go.
And one time he's like, hey, take my phone. I have a big order to take. And I'm charged. We're playing a game, whatever it was. Let's just call it Hero Wars. He's like, I'm playing Hero Wars. I left it on auto. Like, can you like switch my team out in 10 minutes? I was like, yeah, okay, sure. That's really annoying. That's really annoying that player there. So I was like, sure. So I had his
What a delightful.
I had his phone, and he's like, you're switching my team out. I'm like, yeah, I'm switching out. I had his phone, and then he got an incoming text from his wife, and I don't know, it like automatically like opened it or something like that. I didn't really do anything. I still have pretty good odds. I guess I always want to hit it, huh?
Never
Maybe
knew
not.
you wanted.
One of those two. Nice. Okay. But it was a picture of his wife's boobies, and she wrote like, "Oh, I can't wait till you come home and like play with these." And I got really scared, so I like dropped the phone, and I was like, "Oh," and I tried to close it, but I didn't open it, but it just like came in. And then I was like, oh my god, I was all nervous, I was like sweating. And then he was like finishing his job, and he's like, okay, like let me see how my team's doing. I was like, okay, here. And I saw him, so he picked up his phone, he's like looking at his team, And he clearly like then like went over to his wife's text and he was kind of like just like looking at it. He's kind of like looking at me and I'm like, I'm kind of like being very obvious that I had just seen them. I was like, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, go back to work. He's like, yeah, okay. And we never talked about it. Never acknowledged it.
The more you struggle, the better.
Dealing 1 is a pretty big deal. It's a cool card. Let's do this. I need to kill this. We're gonna try to win here. That's pretty good too. Maybe it lives. Maybe one of these two lives. Metamorph with Stash was lethal in a few turns. Yeah, like 9 turns maybe. You have to cast it, shoot it again, cast it, shoot it again, and then shoot it again one more time. It's pretty optimistic, but it could work. Stranger things have happened. Actually, 3 turns. Yeah, 3's a lot. 3's a lot in this game. This game's only been going on like 10 turns. That's like almost 80% of the game. Metamorph does 5 again? No. Just 4. Just as long as he doesn't get a taunt, we're okay.
Was one of you.
That's better.
Here we go.
Yeah, I would not anticipate your opponent doing nothing for 3 straight turns while you leave up minions and let them kill you. It can work out, but I think you want to be responsible. You want to be observant. And then you can kind of win with the mighty power of Pirate Admiral Hooktusk. Red, I'm still keeping up the imagination of an active 8-cost pirate. It's getting stressful, though. You're not imagining hard enough. You need to imagine a little bit harder.
Valera versus Illidan. The Legion's rage pales before mine.
Watch your back.
I'm gonna ditch these. Keep the Octo and pray. When Octo goes off, it's incredible. When it doesn't, you're kind of screwed. This is also not probably the ideal hand for anything. Ideally, you want this to be near the bottom of your deck. Don't stress out, this is just about guaranteed. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. We've been on for 7 hours, so we may not, you know, finish this one, but we're 3-0, and we're doing our best. What more can you really ask for? I'm currently 7-0 with a slightly above average Druid deck. It only has 3 Miracle Growths, 2 Convoke the Spirits, Scale of Onyxia, Park Panther, and 4 Planted Evidence. I think you have more of each of those that I've had total in all 17 of my Druid drafts this meta. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you queue into Dreads with that. Rex K, thank you Rex for the follow. Thank you Rex.
Ready to fight for a better future? Prevail.
Online bullying Dreads once again. Yes, Dreads is an online bully, but I think he's just putting on a show sometimes. He has a he's kind on the inside, deep down, very, very deep down. Yeah, but I love cards like Fires of Zinashari, Bandersmosh. And the Rogue 5 mana legendary. And Prester. Yeah, me too. I'd like to get 1 or 2 of them at some point in my wretched life. But right now, I don't see that happening. Are there enough pirates for Hook Tusk? Technically, no. But in a world where imaginations run wild and anything's possible,
Welcome
maybe.
to Dog poop in the mouth.
Rex followed? Yeah, we got followed by
A year
Rex.
less ago, unfortunately been really sick the past week, but I'm feeling better.
Hey, I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Fisher. I really am. I don't want you to be sick. That would not be good for you. But thank you for the support. Where did my board go? Just glaives. You can push 9 this turn? I mean, 9's not that much. I only have 5 mana, though. Why has he got so many powerful things? What were the other choices? Neptulon and Neralex. So it's just a bunch of crap. Worst thing is I took 2 weeks off. First day, bam. Here's the flu for you. Well, dude. Oh my god, I thought he was going to bunker me or something. Getting this trade is humongous. Absolutely wonderful.
Anchors away! Anchors away! The more you struggle, the better. More me smell you.
Getting stuff off the board is paramount right now. Paramount. Absolutely integral. Pirate stealths are not undead. No, they're pirates. They're just hiding in the mist.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Got myself a problem here. I mean, I just have to hit the 5/7.
Here we go.
You know, some would argue those were the 2 best hits. Wonder if the dredged ones are undead. You know, I don't actually know. It says summon 2 pirates with stealth. So if it summons undead pirates, I would say that should be. It should show that appropriately. I have 8, so I can assassinate that. But I can't get a card we just cast and also cast them all, you know what I mean? Man, that's actually crazy if we hit Sunken Vessel. We're dead, but...
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Prep? Maybe prep? Prep costs mana. Jackpot costs mana. Everything costs mana. Alright, I need a taunt. Great. Great. What does this card say? Just like, they cost 2 forever? God damn it. Can you get sunken with the door? Yeah. Yeah, you can. Okay, if this had been Neptulon, it would have done nothing. If it would have been Neralex, it probably would have been good.
I don't have enough mana.
Here we go.
We were screwed from our opening hand. Yeah, going second, he's got an Astalor. He had a perfect curve up till turn 8. You're not going to win those games regardless of what you draft, so... That taunt is so good. It's good. It's good in that spot when your opponent has a handful of spells that are answers that they can't cast. But if a mage just, you know, removes it from the game for 4 mana or 6 mana or 5 mana, it's still pretty shit, right? Disruption in Arena is very good? Yeah. Everything's really good when you don't have the answer to it. And everything, like cards like that are so susceptible to a single removal spell or 1 poison or whatever. Like, that one's better than cards like Morg, probably, but we lost that game because we went second, not because he played an 8-8 taunt. You know, if our hands just Plague Scientist and Puffer or whatever, then it looks awful. Or if our hands just like, whatever, just a Plague Scientist, just free killing it with a 1-drop, then you allow your opponent to come back with a card like that. So it's good that those type of cards, you know, have some ebb and flow, some good and bad to them, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you're just praying your opponent plays something like that.
Here we go.
One game we had 3 of these and no targets, and then last game we had none of them, and it's what we kind of wanted most of the game. Sometimes the draw just shakes out that way. So we're gonna play this. He's gonna buff it. He's gonna free kill it, and we're gonna cry. But if he doesn't, and we get the discount, then we actually have a chance. So okay, he didn't buff it. This card is incredibly problematic, but at least we don't lose outright. Not yet. We can go Sentinel into Sentinel. I think a Blessing would have been better last turn than the thing. I mean, like if he's double trading, well, I guess he keeps the 2/2. But that's okay, because he's not keeping a minion, right? Like, he's not sticking a minion here. That's insane. Except it will be completely countered by the poisonous for a bit. Maybe what we do is play this and swing and clear the Divine Shields and hope it sticks, maybe. Yeah, he's probably not going to swing with this whole board having Divine Shield already. Which means we can absolutely toast this board with this right now.
Put your dukes up, small fry. Calm down, I'm a doctor.
Here we go.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
I think Spellbreaker's better than Warrior. Why? Wrecked, as long as he doesn't Equality Consecrate me here. Or Equality Bunker Sergeant, I guess would be worse. This thing's swinging again.
Reporting for duty.
Wow, I think that kills him. Maybe he's just giving up.
Here we go.
You smudged it.
Cosmic Camel still here? Well, that's delightful. Or did you sleep some and you woke up? How long has it been? Gets rid of spells? Oh, I thought Spellbreaker was a different card. Is that the 5 mana 4/6? Yeah, I think that card's very good. I thought that you were talking about the 4 mana 3/4 Silence. But you said it as though it could be in another class other than Warrior. Spellbreaker is better in Warrior? It gets rid of spells? I'm confused.
I'm acting on instinct.
I'm not trying to be obtuse. You can discount that right away. It's probably okay. I might pick up another spell and not discount it, but I just mean the 4/6. Spell. Yeah, Spellbreaker is a different card. But that's okay. I wonder if you honorable kill your own face if you get to stall the discover. And what happens if the opponent concedes while you decide? I don't know. That's actually a pretty good question. Go here, here, find a dredge. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're pretty much almost there already. I really wish I would stop drawing the hook test on like turn 1 or 2 though. Just stresses me out.
Was not tidy.
We have 8 pirates? Not yet, but give me time. The world tree will provide. That hair. Oh, sorry, are they pulling up the one where I took my hat off again? These scorpions are making me thirsty! Yeah, scorpions drive me nuts sometimes, man.
Caught this one eating hearty snacks.
Is that good? Is that good enough?
Take two and call me
Anchors away!
Here we go.
Maybe. Drag below. I think I'm gonna take a touch here.
Anchors away!
I just want the access to some healing, maybe. It's called Disruptive Spellbreaker. I'm not crazy, Red. Oh, okay. So he hits, he grows his card. We call him a jerk. We move on with our lives. Oh, one of his guys died though. It's probably worth it. Darn it. Oh, Disruptive Spellbreaker, of course.
My compliments!
5, 4, 7. Now you got it. Yeah, I never know the names of the cards. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, chum. Sorry, also, for calling you a chump. I don't think you're really a chump. I'm remembering the time your opponent cleared your Putricide with 4 separate 1/1s and he lost. That happened? Yeah, that sounds... Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, why did they do that? What the hell were they thinking? Hopefully they just sit, man. That'd be so much better for me. They just do nothing. Arcane shot? Yeah, you should arcane shot your own minion. Damn. Okay, I mean, that's not that bad. Deal 3, destroy. Wait, the rest of my turn sucks. Timeout. My turn sucks. Really? Deal 3, destroy. Shitty walls, you could.
Anchors away!
Maybe I didn't want to play that. Maybe I don't care. If it's just taking damage, it's probably good for us. It gives me better odds to get a plague scientist down here too. Huh? This is horrible. That worked out so well for us. I'm not gonna play just a 4/4. I guess I'll do this in case we roll Doomsayer first. Very hard's okay. 1 mana to just kill anything, but I have so much removal. I mean, I'll take a card that actually does something, I guess. Great turn. Did you really research Bigfoot? I did. If you need anything, if you have any, just let me know. If you have any questions. He has a spell in his hand, does he not? Jackpot's okay. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which I guess means I am doing that.
We will rebuild from the ground up.
Here we go.
I don't know what that is. I guess if it's like collateral, it could be really annoying. I don't think collateral works with this card where you like deal like 100. Maybe he does. I guess he does. I think if you only have 3 targets, I guess it doesn't. But there's nothing you can do there. Whatever you play, you die. Or if you play nothing, you die, so. Bigfoot research sounds more fun than the research I'm doing. What kind of research are you doing? Yeah, I was in kind of like a commune. What's a commune? I was in kind of like a community of them. I was like I was brought in as like kind of like an honorary Bigfoot. They said I was hairy enough, in their own language, of course.
Watch your back.
Oh, she's doing Loch Ness research. Yeah, that's not as cool as Bigfoot, but still cool and important too. Very important. Where does Bigfoot live? All over. They're all over the place. The ones I spent time with were in the Pacific Northwest. Sounds awesome. I'm a psychiatrist? What is that word? Physicist? Physicist. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the world needs physicists, though. The world definitely needs physicists and Bigfoot researchers. How else are we gonna know how to clean really, really disgusting and dirty hair? Gotta test it with the Bigfoot shampoo and whatnot. I'm just a software engineer. That's a bad look, man. World don't need any of those. World don't need that. Not at all.
Initiating overdrive. Turn up the heat.
Taste the heat, not the meat. I can play the 3. Yeah, let's just play the 3. Absolute garbage. If you are a physicist, how can a kilo of feathers weigh the same as a kilo of steel? Ban that guy.
The exit is this way.
Undead. Pirate. Quillbore.
Calm down, I'm a doctor.
Dysfunctional.
I guess I'll free kill it, I don't know. We're probably not beating a wild paw on curve. That's a Cola toilet engineer. I've engineered a few toilets with Cola. That's me.
Turning tides. We'll switch your love.
So is Bigfoot evil? No, not at all. Just misunderstood. Unfortunately, I don't have what I need here. I'll be really good at some point. I'm gonna have to hope that he has to throw these 2 into this. But I still can't even do it next turn because I need 7 mana. So maybe next turn's like Knoll Dagger. Oh no, I'm gonna be frozen. If I'm frozen, then I'll never be able to Oh my days, I'm so screwed. I just realized now I'm absolutely and utterly borked. Size positioning really makes you think. My favorite Bigfoot fact is that most famous clip of Bigfoot footage, which is instrumental in all of our culture's belief percentage, was filmed by a guy who was working on a fictional Bigfoot movie and owned a Bigfoot suit. Yeah, I mean, that's totally believable, isn't it?
Put your dukes up, small fry. Calm down, I'm a doctor.
Red owns a permanent Bigfoot suit. Yeah, am I like wearing it right now? Is that what you're implying? That I'm very, very hairy?
Everybody's happy till the monks
You would be correct in that assertion. You can attach it to your butt while you're on the couch playing video games, and it sucks it out. I'm sorry, what?
It's so chaos.
Where can I get this automatic sucking machine? Put me down for 7 of them. Put me down for 32 of them. I need Professor Putricide 4 turns ago. Can't remove anything. From a physics perspective, the vacuum isn't good for your butt. Some people have a medical condition where they need to attach a vacuum to their butt. Otherwise, they'll die. Trust me, I'm a physicist. I'm a nutritionist, specializing in butt procedures. Vacuum is a no-no. Are we talking about like a space vacuum, like a vacuum out in space? Or are we talking about like a little Dyson wimpy sucking machine? What's he doing here? Aside from destroying my life and livelihood. I'm so tired on EU. There's so many mages. There are even more mages on NA, so enjoy your time on EU. My fair-weathered friend.
Ready to fight for a better future? Hope prevails. Here we go.
Only 3 left. Like a penis pump for your anus? Yeah, to make it bigger. So you can attract a mate. So you can attract a mate in the wild. Now you're on the trolley.
Is there trouble?
I played against a hunter and he had no clue. They played Erelon on 5 and that card won them the game. I think that is unfair to me. Why did they have no clue? Sounds like they knew exactly what to do. Play the best card on the best turn and then you can't win. Wow, that's the best draw. Like, do I have no clue? No, I've got a clue. Got a clue and a prayer. Spankers away. Let's go here first.
Hope prevails.
Could get some pirates. Let's go here. Okay, so we can slap here. And trade here. Boy, howdy, this card is powerful. Summon a 3, destroy this. Draw 2, summon a 3. Draw 2, add something to your hand. Maybe. Shut up, dude, I'm thinking right now. I'll just do this too. How does the Hero Wars thing work? I just hit level 10. It should update in a little bit. If your character in the top left is at 10, then it'll count. Sometimes it takes a little while, I'm not really sure why. But I appreciate you taking the time to check it out, man. I do. If we hit 140, they're gonna... Wow! We went from a 0% to we won. We're gonna door the sunken. I was planning on it. Still would have put us 1 away, huh? Oh, we were close, Lyros. Okay. Yeah. If it said arena is unlocked, I think you're done. I think that it will register eventually once it says arena is unlocked. Is that 2 mana 1/4 good? Seems underpowered. They should make the concoctions you get free. At first I thought you were asking a legitimate question, and now I want to hurt you. What's my favorite dessert? You know, that's a good question. I don't eat a lot of dessert. Maybe like a cookie or something. I don't know. I don't eat a lot. So like when if I have like ice cream, I like to take like 2 bites. That's it. And if I eat like a piece of a cake, I'll eat like 2 bites. I don't really do it like I can't eat like a whole nothing, you know. It's too much sweetness. Like a good pie, I don't know, like a nice pie, but give me like 2 bites of a pie. Give me like the smallest amount possible. What do people call concoctions? Cocks. Shouldn't it be conks? Yeah, it should be conks. That's a really good point.
I have things
Backstab?
you
Backstab
never
would be
knew
okay.
you wanted.
Recon's nice too.
Here we go.
Wrong. Right answer was baklava. That was my next guess. That was my next one. Strawberry rhubarb pie is dope. Yeah, I agree. Alright, I really need to pick up a 2 or a 4 this turn. Not that one. I need to pick up something I can play this turn. Wow, that's good. Or I play this. This thing will cost 6. And then it will get hexed.
Here we go.
I think we have to do this. It feels really bad, but I'm assuming he's going to use the piranhas, which means we get at least one more, which means we upgrade one of the concoctions, and that would eat up a bunch of his turn here. Feels bad, because you always want more, but
No littering.
that's not that bad either, I guess. We have this. I wanted to play this really badly, which I guess we can, but then I take 6. I don't want to take 6. I usually cook with less sugar. 2, it's more tasty. What are you cooking? Wait, what did you make though? You didn't share your favorite dessert. Or what you're making. Which is fine if you don't want to, if it's like a secret German family recipe or something. I'm really hoping he doesn't have a hex. I guess I don't really want to play that. I'd rather play this right now. We're gonna do this first and then trade, so we don't float any mana. We get the discount on something we cast in the future. I hit enter. My mother makes a super tasty rhubarb pie from homegrown rhubarb. I agree, it's my favorite. Wow. You guys are bonding. I like ice cream and pancakes a bunch. Do you ever eat them together? Have you ever been to the International House of Pancakes? I wonder. Sorry, I'm stretching a little. Oh man, what did I just sit on? I just made lunch, so no sugar. It's not allowed. No, sure. I had a friend, came from out of town, really far out of town. And he just craved sugar like you wouldn't believe. He came in, and one of the first things he did was ask for a bunch of sugar and water. And then he said, so I gave it to him. And he said, more. So I poured in more, and he's like, more. And I was like, no. And then he just drank it all. He's a crazy guy. Crazy guy, everyone. That's pretty cool. That sounds a lot like the alien from Men in Black. Oh, I'm sorry. Was what about an alien?
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
More. Oh, Redbeard's friend. What's wrong with you? Your skin looks like it's falling off your bones. Oh, you little wretched worm. It's pretty good against that, though. I'm gonna write just the ever-loving crap out of that card. There's a pirate, too. Man, Lyros is probably sweating in his, you know what. Hook Tusk should count itself, agreed. Was the skin sagging? Oh, you better believe it. Everybody hit the follow button right now that's not already following, by the way. I need more followers so that I can have more respect. XD doesn't respect me if I don't have those things. Bucci, please. Thank you, Bucci. Bucci? Bucci? Dude, it is not right to come here and kill all my guys so freely and with little effort. No! Is it ready? How many have we cast? 1, 5, 4, 5, 6. 6? How do we ever get 8?
Calm down, I'm a doctor.
I just figured it out. I can't cast that? 7 now. Mistake and 6 ghosts? Oh yeah, 6, 7. Oh no, we have played 8. This is 8. Because we got 6 ghosts, mistake, and that shitter. Dude, stop. Stop with this right now. Oh, I have Alec Mount. As long as I can kill this guy, which now I can't, then I would have been able to. Easy fires into 2 pirates. This doesn't do shit here.
The exit is this way.
Gaining a buttload of armor could be an absolute and utter delight. Maybe I should. Oh, I couldn't have cast that because of the stupid thing. Need to find a dredge? Alright, I need a dredge. I'm with you. This is, will not get summoned. It froze me twice. The pressure's on. Problem is I might have to kill him next turn. Man, I can really go for a pancake right now. Oh yeah, we knew we had that. I hate that. Oh my god. And it's an even statted minion? Absolute god swallow. Absolute hogwash. Trade. What about playing the taunt? What about Bloodlust? 8, 12, 13, 22, 23. God damn this game! Sorry, everyone. 17, 21. Oh my god, I'm 1 off. 11. Am I really 1 off? And I just thought I had lethal? What about contraband? What else did I cast?
Choose soon.
Disappointing because we had the hook to us, and Lyros was shaking in his booties. He was shaking his booty in his booties. I wanted his farts. This could be a legendary one. He'll be telling everybody about. He'll be telling everybody about for years. Remember that time? So one time we had a deck. I remember this vividly. It's a little bit foggy, but we had a deck, and I had so many demons in it. It was like 82% demons. And we made the bet, will we summon 100 demons over the course of the whole run? It was like supercharged. It was all great cards and it was all demons. And I think we got to like 9 demons, or maybe it was 11. It wasn't a lot. And I convinced Lyros to bet yes on 100. And he lost all of his channel points. Can't believe you didn't stall for Hook Dusk. It's most unlike you. No, come on. That was a good lethal. That was fun, wasn't it? I remember that. I remember just how upset he was. Said I scammed him. What if Alec had hit the opponent? I was running out of time and I didn't actually remember that I had cast Alec. Unlike him, he never stalls for the bets. In this meta, you kind of can't do that. I like how Red acted like he almost messed up. Pretty funny, Red. But you're a Giga gamer, Keith, so you knew what was up. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, in this meta, I feel like you kind of can't just like dick around like that, because you go from like a board state like that, and then your opponent casts a Bloodlust or who knows what, I don't know, like a Neptulon, and all of a sudden like you have no board and you can never win the game. I'm always saying he should do anti-concede plays. It's the only thing he hasn't mastered yet. Beard hairs all over me. This hand is bad enough. I have to tempo this out, I think. You never did it in any meta, though. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Now, Town, you've been here a while, but you missed the heyday of Redbeard's, tomfoolery. This hand is ass. It's certainly not the hand you want to get when you're trying to win. The good news is our hand is so bad that most of our draws will be good here. And on that note, maybe this is good. Old Redbeard. You know what's funny to think about? Old Redbeard is actually young Redbeard. We have 2 Pokemon packs. I wonder what's in here. Something incredible. Shiny. Wow, We got the Duraludon on the front. That's good luck, I think. More Rainbow Babes. We want one of the little evolutions. That's what we want. Or maybe Aerodactyl. Make all your 5 mana cards cost 4 when you will have 5 mana. Yeah, just wait till I pick up a mistake and I get to tempo it out too. Maybe he won't hit it this turn. And I can get another discount on a Masked Reveler and get that out. The hell just happened? Look at the time.
Me not shady.
We're all walking ships of Theseus. I totally agree. Almost never right to you know, do this, because now we get to play just like Redbeard mentioned. Also, we, you know, just kill that. I guess we could have done that anyway. Yeah.
Dysfunctional.
Sure.
Initiating overdrive.
Pirate me right now.
This way.
Not wholly irrelevant. Good call, Red. Sometimes you gotta read, you know? You're gonna draw a 2-drop. Theseus's Paradox is a thought experiment that raises the question of whether an object that has had all of its components replaced remains fundamentally the same object. I would say no. Like if you have like a robot and you replace all the parts with new parts, then it's a new robot, right? Wouldn't it be? And then you have the other old robot in pieces, like on the ground. And you're like, look, this is a blender now.
I only need one shot.
So I'm a new person? Every time I wake up in the morning? Probably not. This works out better this way, because you get a chance to get a discount on a different card. Whereas if you cycle it first, then play it, you float a mana still, or you spend all your mana, I don't know, and then you don't discount the contraband, but this way we at least discount the contraband. Human cells replace themselves constantly. Yeah.
It doesn't get cheddar in this.
You're right, they do.
Two axes.
You're absolutely,
Twice as good.
positively correct. I was just about to say the same thing.
I have things you
How many pirates left on this one? Hang on, give me a moment. I beg of you. I don't like pre-hitting. We only need 6 left, so yeah, you know, getting there. If I can draw a Potion Master Putricide, that'd be really cool. Could draw Plague Scientist, it could be okay. What does Cheese Minion do? I forgot. He, whenever I cast a spell, he gets a random spell at the same cost. So it kind of stops me from playing these. As long as I can get this hit plus this hit, then I'm okay. Wild Paw Knoll.
Here we go. Ready to fight for a better future? Hope prevails.
I made a new neuron pathway, so I've got a different brain. You and Mafundi are really good at Rogue. Yeah, Mafundi's incredible. A lot of time, for a long time, people proclaimed unofficially Redbeard as the greatest arena Rogue player in the world. Now, I was one of the main ones and only one saying that, so I'm inclined to agree, but it was up for a bit of a debate for a while.
The exit is this way.
I don't really have a choice. I just have no cards here. So I won't swing my weapon either. I need Tooth, I need Jackpot, I need Hench Clan Burglar. Boy, I've got a lot of things in my deck that could have helped me. Rabbiter's the best Priest player. Veritas is the best Rogue player. Veritas is probably a better Rogue and Priest player than me. And so is Talriel, and so is, like, at least probably 50 other people, or maybe 100. But I like playing rogue, and I have fun. Forsen is the best Miracle Druid player, yeah. Forsen was really good at Miracle Druid. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Lyros, you getting excited? You know what's coming. Shoot. You could have the world's biggest fucking pirate of all time. I guess the second one might not be good.
Here we go.
I'm always excited, Mr. Beardo. I really want to get this off. How many? Only 6 left? I'm trying to get Veritas to unretire, but he won't budge. Damn him. Doesn't he have... He has like a job and a wife and... Oh, I thought for sure we were getting Plague Scientist there. And all of our troubles were gonna be... We're gonna be taken care of.
The more you struggle, the better.
Shoot. I really needed the poison guy. The 3/3s are cool, but then I die, huh? So I guess I have to take this. We have to kind of hope that he has to bump into this once or twice. I'm stressing that we might get this hook test. We needed
Good to you.
we need some help.
Better to win.
Totally fine.
Set themselves against
Not fine at all. I guess he could always ping. As long as we get poisonous here. We just need poisonous. Okay. 2. What the heck did you just do?
Incredible.
Humongoloid mistake. Absolutely foolish. Okay, so we play Puffy.
Put your dukes up, small fry. Calm down, I'm a doctor.
Here we go. Already attacked.
The most illegal combo in Hearth history, my god. I'm so glad he didn't push 12 into my face there. Simply don't matter. Doesn't really matter to me. Pirate right now.
well,
Demonic pirate! I guess he didn't learn the first time. Maybe he just had 6 of them in his hand. I thought we were getting hook tossed that turn. That game, you know. These draws are illegal. Well, I drew like my whole deck. I dredged and I drew and I played well. And I have 3 of them. 10% of my deck is Plague Scientist. And we had drawn 58% of our deck. So it's a pretty high percentage to potentially see one. The 2 bottom cards of our deck weren't Plague Scientists. So 2 out of the remaining 11 cards that could be drawn were Plague Scientists. That's like really not that unlikely. Rude concede by the opponent. Agreed wholeheartedly. And Lyros is over here cackling. Lyros the whale. Alright, I'm gonna go pee real fast, alright? And then we're gonna continue on, I guess. I can't believe we won 7 games, but luckily we took Admiral Hook Tusk. Just hard carried us. I gotta do a little bit of peeing. Sorry, I thought of a funny joke I'm gonna say to XD tomorrow in his stream. Oh, God. Hook Tusk is the key. I agree. Wholeheartedly. Yum, tasty peanut. Sorry, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Valia versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your...
Okay, I think I can go back to K-pop now.
I want to look at emotes. Oh my god. I need somebody to buy me Xenia emotes. Ditch it. Do I keep a jackpot? I want a jackpot, but I don't want to keep a jackpot. Redemptions are not working today? No. But don't worry, you'll get all your points back. Oh, that one's good. Do I coin? I'm not coining, I guess.
The pleasure is mine.
If you get to 10 into a queue and we can have a Hook Tusk battle, do you have a Hook Tusk in your deck? I didn't think anybody else was crazy and bold enough to draft Hook Tusk. Well, that's horrible for me. That is horrible. Could cast 5 frozen touches. It might be just what happens. I might just not get any other options. Yes, but I also have Asilor. Have you activated Hook Tusk? Is it even possible? Can play the Naga? Yeah, we're gonna play it after the coin, so we still have the discount. Look at me, look at me. I'm the mage now.
Ready to fight for a better future? Hope prevails.
Who the ghost is talking to us? Oh, sorry, do I not have a cam on? My bad.
Bask in my radiance.
I have 6 pirates and a sell through 3, so I haven't got it off yet. Okay. Well, it'll be a race to see who does it first. Probably you, but maybe me. Holy crap, those really suck.
You got the wrong guy.
Hope prevails.
Guess I could push it too. Maybe I should just push it. Maybe we just Frozen Touch, we just never cast these. And we legitimately go for 5 Frozen Touches. Let's see. As long as I get some good roll here, that could be alright. It's okay. I guess I'm still doing this, even though I don't get the discount. I'm going for 10 Frozen Touches. Oh, if I can make it to turn 10, what we're gonna do is just Frozen Touch infinitely, and then just rip double Contraband and just see what happens. Because it counts each one as a separate instance. It's actually kind of bad because you're like 50-50 to get one back, right? But if you cast 10 of them, you're probably getting some back, right?
Calm down. I'm a doctor.
Right now we have 2 in there. The original and the infused. We need to get this one, a new original, and a new infused in. I also might just play this. No, I'll do this to help us infuse the next one. So that's how many? That's 4. So we just need to cast this one. So I need him to flame strikes again with like a parrot or something. Which is possible. You only cast 2. It counts the original and the infused one. And then the original and the infused one. Oh, we're already at 5? I don't know how many we're at.
Higher things you never knew you wanted.
Did I just trade that? could do it. I'm gonna get others, but I guess there's not a ton of reason because I'm just more likely to get back the original Frozen Touches. You didn't play the non-infused? It doesn't count just sitting in hand.
You want it?
I'm sorry, what? Didn't play it. Oh, you're right. Okay, I understand. Okay, don't worry, I'll get to work on this. Hey, you're right, actually. I need more infusions. Oh god, but now I'm...
Here we go.
Initiating overdrive.
I don't have enough mana.
Okay, now it's getting a little dicey. Hey Lori, how are you? Actually good proving grounds, yeah. No, don't freeze it, dude. Oh man, I need that too. Okay, let's try that. Oh man, if I could throw that in. Alright, let's see what happens. One mana off.
Amazing. Too soon.
I needed one of those to hit his face. Trade the Cutlass? No, we want to cast the Cutlass. Oh, maybe I could have. Maybe if I traded it? No, but I'd be 1 mana down. I'd be 2 damage up. Oh man, I tried to do something way cooler than him. I don't know how many hit us. I'm sure way more than hit him. Damn. Pyro, of course. Yeah, I mean, we're doing fun stuff. He's doing mage stuff or whatever. I don't know. I was roping there. I don't think we did anything wrong, but maybe. I don't want to think about it because that was fun. We deserved the win, I'd say. It could hit our face 1 less. You did so well. Yeah, we got to put together a really fun